Hey everyone, welcome to Region Unlocked, and today we're going to be starting our playthrough of Mother 3, one of the all-time GOATs, and one of my favorite RPGs. So as you may know, this game never got an official localization outside of Japan, and although there is a fantastic fan translation of the game, I thought it'd be interesting to play through the game in Japanese. Along the way, I'll be explaining every grammar point and vocabulary we come across, so regardless of your Japanese level, you should be able to follow along and learn some Japanese. So, I haven't played this game in a really long time, and I also have never played it in Japanese, so I'm also looking forward to learning some more Japanese and more things about this fantastic game. So, without further ado, let's get into it. This is Mother 3. Editing Patrick here. Since this playthrough is being streamed live, I'll be popping in occasionally to add some clarifying detail or some more information every now and again. So, sorry about that. Back to the video. New game. Alright, right off the bat, we got our protagonist. You know him, you love him. We have Lucas. Okay, so what does it say about our guy here? We have Futago no otouto. Yasashii otoko no ko da. So, futago is the word for twin. No is that possessive particle to connect it to the next part, which is otouto, the younger brother. So, the younger brother of twins. Yasashii is kind or gentle. Otoko no ko da. Otoko no ko is a young boy. So, it's the kind, young, that's the younger brother of twins. It's a kind, young boy. So, let's give him a name. I'll go with omakase, which means just to leave it to you. Let the game decide. Alright, we have Yuka. A little different than the English name of Lucas. And then we'll hit the Owari here, or finished. So you may be wondering what that voice is saying every time you click Owari or OK. It sounds like he's saying OK desu ka? OK desu ka? Or OK, as in OK, and then desu ka. Des, it is. Ka, make it a question. So, is it okay? Next up, we have his brother. Futago no onii-san, genki na otoko no ko da yo. Again, so that futago no is the twin possessive, onii-san, which is older brother. So the older brother of twins. Genki na otoko no ko da yo. So genki na means like energetic or lively. And then otoko no ko, again, is boy. So we have the energetic older brother, or the energetic boy, the older brother of the twins. Let's give him a name, omakase. Yep, kurause. Same as the fan translation of Klaus. What? And Lucas biffs it, as his character is like that. Okay, next. We have the father. Tsuyokute yasashii tayoreru otousan da. So first we have the adjective tsuyoi, or strong, in the te form, to connect it to the next adjective, yasashii, which is kind, like we saw with Lucas. So we have the strong, kind, tayoreru. This is the verb tayoru, to be reliable in the potential form. So, being able to be reliable. Otousan, father. So, the strong, gentle, reliable father. And his name is Furindo, or Flint. Next, we have daisuki na okaasan. So, daisuki means big love, or big like, or love. Not to alter the next, or to, what's the word? Affect the next word? To change the next, to describe the next word. Yeah, okaasan, which is mother. So the loving, you can say the loving mother, or the mother we love. Again, omakase. Hinawa. Also same in English, hinawa. And next, we have yukande rikou na inu. So yukande, so yukan is like brave or courageous. De is connected to the next part of the sentence, which is rikou. Rikou means, when talking about pets, like obedient or smart. And na, to alter the next word, inu. So we have the brave, obedient dog. Inu meaning dog. And his name is, of course, Boni. Alright, next we have suki na kondate wa nani? So again, we have suki na, or suki, the adjective to like, with the na to affect the next word. Kondate, which means menu, or in this case like food. Wa nani, what is. So what is the food you like? let's leave it to the game. And it's going to be fuwa fuwa omuretsu. So fuwa fuwa means fluffy, omuretsu means omelets. So fluffy omelets. And then next, kakkoi to omou mono wa. So kakkoi, you probably know, means cool. To omou, to think. Mono, thing. Wa, as in what is. There's no nani, but you don't really need the nani. It's kind of inferred with context here. So cool thing, what's it you think? So what do you think is cool? And of course, love. The coolest of things. Love. In English, because English is cool. Alright, moving on. Lucas didn't biff it that time. He's learning. Alright, so now we have some settings here. Message sokudo. So message speed. Window color. And then finished. Message speed, let's leave at futsu, normal. So we have hayai, futsu, and osoi. Hayai is fast, futsu is normal, osoi is slow. Let's do futsu, normal. Then we have window color, of course, window color, and then a bunch of names of fruits. So plain, mint, strawberry, banana, nuts, grape. Oh, grape. You can hardly see that that's a gu and not a ku with the font. But grape and melon. I'm just gonna stick with plain. I'm a plain guy. Alright, here's our team, our party, our family. これでよろしいですか? Is this okay? Yes, it is okay. And here we go, getting right into it. Welcome to Mother 3 World. Strange English right off the bat. I feel like it'd be the world of Mother 3, might be a little more. Just want to apologize quick for the low mic volume. I'll make sure it's balanced better moving forward. Natural, but you know what they're saying. Already a rockin' tune for a game with a rockin' soundtrack. Okay, we have nowhere to. So we have the katakana word nowhere. To means island. Could be read as Shima here. I'm guessing to, not 100%. Anyways, the island of nowhere. Or nowhere island. Tatsumairi Mura. So we have the Mura means village, and then the name Tatsumari? Tatsumari village. I think the fan translation has it as Tasmili village? Something like that. And we have Teri no Mori o koeta saki. So we had Mori village, what was it, Teri? Which is the name of, not village, forest, Mori. So the forest of Teri, koeta saki. So just past. Koeru is to be passed, saki, just past. So just past the forest. Oh, Hinawa no chichi areku no ie. So just past the forest of, what was it, Teri? We have Hinawa no chichi, Hiwana's father. Areku, his name, no ie, house. So, Alex's house. Alright, and we have our first bit of dialogue here. Ryuka, itsumade netteru nda? Alright, let's take a look. Pull up my thing here. Okay, so first, Ryuka. It's not going to pop up in my dictionary. It's just saying Luke's name. Itsumade. Itsumade is the word itsu and made. Itsu is when, made is until. So until when? Netteru nda. Netteru is the verb neru, to sleep, in the te form, to be like, to make it continuous. So sleeping. And then this nda is just adding an explanatory tone to the sentence. So put it together, we have Lucas, when are you going to be sleeping until? Or how long are you going to be sleeping? Up. Okite asobouze. So we can already tell Klaus, his character, a little bit just based on the language he's using here. So we have okite, okiru, the verb to get up in the te form to connect it to the next part of the sentence, which is asobouze. So this is the verb asobu, to play, in the volitional form, asobou, which means like let's do, and then ze, which is this particle ender to add some emphasis, and it's usually used a lot in like anime to add like, hard to explain. It's this kind of character that is a little bit more rough and a little more energetic, like Klaus here. So we can already get a little bit of an insight on his character just by the fact he's using ze. So, 起きて遊ぼうぜ. So, wake up, let's play. Like, let's wake up and let's go play. Come on, what are you doing, sleepyhead? 早く起きろよ. So yeah, he really wants you to wake up. So we take a look. We have 早く, which is the verb, not verb, adjective, 早い, fast, with the ku at the end to make it an adverb, 早く. So quickly, 起きろよ. Now it's again the verb 起きる, to wake up, in the volitional form. No, not the. Oh, is it? You call it volitional form here? No, imperative. That's the word. I know my English. The imperative form. Do it. He's telling you to do it. 起きろ. You have to wake up. Yo. Just adding some emphasis to the end of the sentence. So quickly, wake up. Come on. Wake up, man. ドラゴが赤ん坊を連れてきてるぞ. So, we have the word ドラゴ, which isn't going to pop up. That's just a game word for, it's just a word from this game. Drago, if you wanted to probably translate it. ドラゴが, this ga is marking the object of the sentence. Not the object, the subject of the sentence. We have 赤ん坊, which is like a newborn baby. O marking the object of the verb 連れてきてるぞ. So we have the base verb here. It's going to pop up. There it is. 連れる, to bring along. We have it in the te form, 連れて, with 切る after it. 切る, which is て切る. It's to do that verb and come. So to come, do that verb. And then that 切る is also in the te form. 来てる, to be doing. And then, so it's saying, how do you say? To be bringing along, right? To be brought along. It's just saying it's actively brought along. The Dragos have actively brought along their baby. Zo. Here's another sentence ending particle. It's a bit anime-esque. The same used by that rougher character. Masculine, rougher character. Zo. 連れてきてるぞ. So put together, the Dragos have brought along their baby. Come on. かわいいぞ. 早く来いよ. So yeah, he really wants you to wake up. We have かわいいぞ, which is the word かわいい, which you probably know, with some emphasis as it's stretched out. かわいいぞ. 早く来いよ. Again, we have that adjective 早い in the adverb form. 早く来いよ. We have another exception here. This is a verb not to love. That would not make sense here. There it is. 来る. To come. And this is in its imperative form. So when kuru turns to its imperative form, you read it as koi. So he's demanding you come quickly. Let's go. Come on. They're cute. Quickly. Let's go. So I guess I better wake up. Here I am. I've woken up. Maybe. All right, let's take a look around the room. All right. First off, 問題なし. This might pop up quite a bit. So, 問題 just means problem. Nashi means to not exist. So, no problem. So, obviously, can't investigate this. All right, let's take a look in the mirror. いつもの寝癖だ. All right. So, we have いつも, which means always. And then no, this possessive particle to indicate possessiveness. And then 寝癖だ. 寝癖 is like bed hair. You can see the kanji here. Oh, you can't see my mouse. There it is. Neru. You might know the kanji neru. Same ne, guse. It's like habit of sleeping, if you wanted to break it down. But in this case, it means bed hair. And then da, which is just the short form of des. So, as always, bedhead. Or the same as always, bedhead. So I guess I'm always having my bedhead. Let's move on here. We got our mother. Let's take a chat with her, see what she has to say. Oh, 問題なし. Oh, おはよう。お寝坊りゅうかさん. Oh, we have another nice example of the neru kanji here. So we have おはよう, meaning good morning. And then we have 寝坊. Again, we have that kanji for neru, 寝坊. What this means, sleeping in or oversleeper or oversleeping. And this o out front is just to make it a little bit more polite, as she's the mother speaking to the child here. You can see Ryuka-san. This san is also just adding some more politeness to Lucas's name. Very motherly way to say good morning. Good morning, oversleeper Lucas. クラスはもうとくに起きてドラゴたちと遊んでるわよ。Alright, let's take a look. So we have Klaus. It's not going to pop up. It's not to eat, but his name Klaus. Wa marking the... It's not going to show up. But wa marking the topic of the sentence. We have mo toku. No, that's not how you break that up. We have mo toku ni. If you look at just mo, that means already or have finished. Already. Toku ni means a long time ago. Okite, the verb okiru, to wake up. So Klaus has already woken up a long time ago. Have it in the te form to connect it to the next part of the sentence, which is Drago tachi to asonderu wa yo. We have, again, Drago. Tachi just makes it plural. There it is. Plural. So the Dragos, the plural Drago. To, with asonderu wa yo. Again, we have that verb asobu, to play, in the te form. It's playing wa yo. This wayo is a very feminine sentence ender, very soft, feminist, feminine sentence ender. So it's very motherly in this sentence. So Klaus has already woken up a long time ago and is playing with the Dragos. All right, me too. Let's go. Pajama no mama de asobi ni iku tsumori. Already getting into trouble here. So we have the word pajama, which means pajama means pajamas. No, that's not gonna come up. But no, marking possessiveness. So the pajamas. No, mama, not mother, but as in that way, in that state, continuing in that state. So continuing in the state of pajamas, de, connecting it to the next part of the sentence, or in that fashion, mama de, asobu ni iku. You have the verb asobu. Let's see if it comes up. There it is. Asobu, to play. You've seen this a few times now. So you have the word asobu, to play. Ni iku tsumori. So if you have a verb, ni iku, it's to go and do that verb. So asobi ni iku, to go play. Not sure what these gestures are. To go play. Tsumori, which means to plan. So do you plan to go playing just as is in your pajamas? Chanto kigaete irashai. Again, very motherly speak here. Okay, we have chanto, which means diligently, or diligently, making sure to do it. Kigaeru, which is the verb to change clothes. There it is. Kigaeru in the te form. Kigaete. Then irashai, which says to come, go, stay. Not really used in that way. This sentence is just used as a more polite way to give a command. It's very often used for parents to children, which, as we can see here, hinawa to ruka. Chanto kigaete irashai. So make sure to go change first. Change your clothes before doing that. That kind of energy. And I'm gonna hit her with a big old iye or no. And then we can see her response is ja issho. That's not a very motherly voice. Let me try that again. じゃあ一生パジャマでこの家の中にいなさい. So some more motherly advice here. So we have じゃあ, well then, 一生, your whole life, パジャマで, in the way of pajamas, この家, この, this, 家, house, の, marking possessive, 中, inside this house, にいなさい. Ni is marking towards or in. Inasai, to be. Again, in that polite form. Inasai. Or not polite, but this is, I guess, a way to give a command to a child. To do that thing. Inasai. I'm going to pop in and clarify the difference between the nani nani nasai and nani nani te irashai. As I said, they were both a way to give a command to a child. So the nani nani nasai is a bit more of a direct or firm command. You might hear it from teachers to children or parents to children when almost scolding, do this, you ought to do this, please do this, do your homework, you go to bed, that kind of thing. Whereas the te irashai is still a command, but it's got a much softer and caring tone, more gentle send off to have them go do something. So she's saying, well then, for your whole life in your pajamas, stay in this house. Or you'll stay in this house your whole life in your pajamas. Which we don't want to do. We want to start the adventure. So, same message here. 遊ぶのままで遊びに行くつもり。ちゃんと着替えていらっしゃい。はーい。I'll go change, mom. Alright, now we're looking good. Looking dapper. Let's take a look in the mirror. See that bedhead. なかなかの男前だ. Yeah, pretty much as I said. Looking dapper. Well, we can break it down here. So we have nakanaka, which is very or considerably. No, marking possessive. Is there even? Yeah, there's no marking possessive. Otokomae. Kind of a strange word. Not sure on the origins of this, but it's just the kanji for otoko, which is man, and mae, which is front. So put those together, and clearly you have handsome man. The front man, but not as in the front man, like in front of a man, is handsome. I don't know. Anyways, so it's just saying you're very handsome. So let's continue on. Let's see what our mother has to say about my very handsomeness. 男前になったわよね。男前になったわね. And she agrees, essentially. So you have, again, that 男前, so handsome. になる. になる. Is it going to pop up? No. There it is. になる is to become. And then になった is the past form of なる. So you've become a handsome man. わね. Which is a very feminine sentence ender. Again here. So he's just saying, wow, you really turned handsome. Kind of a weird translation. It's like you spruced up. You're looking nice. Itterashai just means see you later. Alright, let's start our adventure. Oh yeah, more banging music. Here we are. Alright, let's take a look around. Oh, let's talk to old man Grandpa Alec. That's his name, right? Let me try my best old man voice. It's not going to be great, but I'll try. Oh, nebosuke okita ka. So, starting off we have oh, which just means oh. We have nebosuke. Which again, we have that kanji for neru, ne, and then bosuke, sleepyhead, or oversleeper. And then again, that verb okiru, to wake up. In the past tense, okita. And then ka is just like making it a hypothetical question kind of thing. So he's saying, oh, did the oversleeper wake up? Or you've woken up, oversleeper, woken up, sleepyhead. Kyou kaeru datta na. Samushiku naru no. Alright, here we have, first off, kyou, today. The verb kaeru, to return home, not to change. Where is it? Kaeru, to return, to come home. We have this ndatta. Kind of hard to directly translate here, but this, the nda by itself just, again, has that explanatory tone. But in this case, he's just, when you have this na at the end, kaeru datta na. It's kind of like he's just remembering that, oh, you're going home today, right? Ah, that kind of feeling. And that is further explained by the next sentence, samushiku naru no. So we have the adjective samashi, lonely, and then kunaru, samushiku naru. Again, naru is to become. There it is, to become. So he's going to become lonely. And then there's no, which is just another sentence ending particle that's very grandpa sounding. You'll see it a lot in anime and games especially. Sometimes in real life, but definitely more in media. It doesn't really mean anything other than I'm sounding like a grandpa. No real way to translate it. Alright, let's talk to the cow. Ushi. Mo. This is interesting. So, in English, of course, we say moo, because cows say moo, right? But in Japanese, they say mo. I don't know if I can get behind that. I feel like they pretty clearly say moo, mo. Nah, it's moo, right? I don't know. Let me know. I'm pretty sure it's moo. But Japan begs different. Alright. Arayuru ushi wa. Arayuru ushi, not washi. You can barely see that little to make it ushi. Anyways. あらゆる牛は何を考えていてももうだ. Alright, let's break it down. We have あらゆる, which is every, like all. Ushi, which is cow. Wa, marking the topic of the sentence. Nani o, so what. Nani means what, of course. No, marking the object of the verb, which is 考える, which is to think. And then it's in this te form, 考えていっても. So te, yo, yo. So you have te itemo, which means even if they're doing that action, or like no matter what they're doing. So nani yo, what, 考えてても, whatever they're thinking, もうだ. So all cows, whatever they're thinking, it's もう. Not quite whatever they're thinking, but more of a regardless of what they're thinking, it's もう. 覚えておくと便利だぞ. Alright, let's break it down. So we have first the verb 覚える, which is to remember or to memorize. And then in the ておく form, so 覚えておく, which means to do something in preparation for the future. So to remember in preparation for the future. と, which means to if, or like to do. So if you remember it in preparation for the future, 便利だぞ, which means convenient or handy. So I don't really know what the meaning of this is in English, but if you translate it, it's saying all cows, no matter what they're thinking, say もう. It'd be best if you remember that. It'd be convenient if you remember that moving forward. I don't know in what fashion that could be convenient, but here we are. Moving on, let's take a chat with these pigs. First pig, buhi buhi, which is the pig sound. I can get behind that one more than the mole. We have 隣の豚の発言が気になるな. some pig chat here. So we have 隣, which means next to. Buta is pig, and this no marking possessive. So the pig next to me. No, again marking possessiveness. 発言が. Hatsugen means like statement or remark, or like what you're saying to say something. Ga kininaru na. So ga marking the object of the sentence, and then kininaru. Kininaru is just to like take notice, or to, like I said here, weigh on one's mind. So, and then this na is just adding like a trailing like thought to the end. Kininaru na. It's like thinking about it. So the pig next to me, I've taken an interest into what he's saying, or the remarks he's saying. What are these pigs talking about? Let's take a look. Next pig. Buhi. Kini suru na. Which, again, we have kini suru, which is to notice or to take care, and then na, so don't. So don't worry about it. Very suspicious pigs. Especially the one on the right. Alright, what else we got around here? 足元にアリがいます. Okay, so there's an ant. But let's take a look. So you have 足元, which means at one's feet. Ni, marking where something is. So at one's feet. Ari, an ant. Ga imasu, there is. So there's an ant at my foot. 踏んでしまいそうなので、そちらには進まないでください. It's like we can't go this way. Let's break it down. So we have 踏んでしまう. So we have the verb 踏む to step on in the te form 踏んで, and then しまう. The te form plus しまう is to do something regrettably. でしまう does have the meaning to do something regrettably, but it also has the meaning to do something completely or fully. But in this case, it is regrettably. And then, so step on it regrettably. The so at the end makes appearing. So it appears you might regrettably step on this ant, なので, which means because. そちらに, that way, this direction. Ni, marking, or ni wa, marking towards. So そちらには, so in this way, 進まないでください. We have the verb 進む to advance. In the negative te form, 進まないでください. So te form plus ください, please do that verb. So 進まないで, please don't continue. As you might Please don't continue down this road as you might step on the ant. Fair enough. I won't go that way. Alright, let's talk to this frog. All the animal friends. 物語とは思い出の連なりです。I can already tell this frog's going to have some hard Japanese. So we have the first verb here, 物語, which means story or tale. とは, like when you're talking about. So when talking about stories, 思い出の, 思い出 is memories. No is again that possessive particle. 連なり, it's hard for me to say this word. 連なり, which is like a series of events. 連なりです. So stories are just a series of memories. What is this? 思い出と思い出が思い出し合って. Okay, I'll do my best on this one. Give it a shot. So again, we have 思い出, memories, と, which is with, 思い出が, which again is memories, が marking the object of, or the subject of the sentence. So memories and memories. 思い出す, which is to remember. And then we have it in its mas form, 思い出し合って, which is like to meet. So to recall and meet. So memories and memories. To remember, to meet and remember. And how to translate. 思い出になっていくのです. More, we have more 思い. More 思い出. So again, now we have 思い出, which again, memories. Ni, not ni naru, to become. In the te form with iku. If you remember before, te iku, it's to go and do that verb, which is naru. So to go and become no desu. So putting this all together, you have a story is just a series of memories. Memories and memories gather together to make memories, I guess. Or memories and memories come together to create new memories. Something like that. More memories. 思い出を残しておかなければ忘れてしまうのです. Alright, take a look at this. Again, 思い出, you should probably remember at this point, means memories. 思い出を, marking the object of the verb, which is 残す, to remain or to leave behind. Now we have it very longly conjugated here. First we have it in the te form, 残して. And then おかなければ. And again, actually we saw this earlier, the te oku form, which is to do something in advance. This time it's negated. So 残しておく turns into 残しておかない, which is to not do something in advance. And then this なければ, so if you don't leave your memories behind in advance, you will 忘れてしまうのです. We have the verb 忘れる, which is to forget, in the te shimao form. We saw this earlier, to do regrettably. Again, that te shimao form means not only regrettably, but also to do something completely or fully. So you will regrettably forget no desu. This no just makes the verb into, it nominalizes the verb, that's how you say it. Nominalizes the verb, and then just desu. So, he's saying if you don't set your memories aside on purpose for the future, you will regrettably forget them. Ooh, this frog is laying down some knowledge. Dakara, because of that, カエルにそれまでの思い出を語りかけてください. More frog speak. So カエル, which means frog, haven't said that yet, means frog. So カエルに towards the frogs, それまで until now, or until then, I guess. それ, yeah, until then. No, marking possessiveness. 思い出, again, memories. を marking the object of the verb. 語りかく, which just means to address or to speak towards someone. And we have it in the te form. 語りかけてください. Oh, forgot to mention, if you have a verb in the te form plus kudasai, it means to please do that verb. So he's just saying, towards the frogs, up until now, please address your memories. Or please, recall your memories to the frogs. What am I talking about? Trust me, this is accurate translations. The game is just weird. それを人はセーブと言います。と言います。それ which is this. Yep, それを This is 人は people. This is not leaf. This is like talking about people. セーブと言います。save, again, save と言います。is called と言います。So, people call this saving. I don't know if that's how I define saving. Anyways, さて、well then. ぴょん、セーブしておきますか？ぴょん is just the sound frogs make when they jump, obviously. ぴょんぴょん。We have save, which is save, しておきますか？ Once again, we have this ておく form, which is to do something in advance. We have the verb する to do, しておきますか? So do you want to save in preparation for the future? Or just, hey, do you want to save? And why not? I'll save my game. お気をつけていってらっしゃい。気をつける which means be careful. This O, just making it more polite at the front. お気をつけて so please be careful. And then いってらっしゃい which again just means like see you later or like go and be safe essentially. So he's just saying go be safe on your adventure. Thanks, Froggy. 次に会うカエルによろしくね. Saying give my regards to the next frog. Alright. Moving on. But I appreciate the like, even if it crashed my whole system. No problem. Alright, now we got Klaus here playing with the Dragons. Oh, very strong. Alright. Oh, I've been noticed. Alright. Ha 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 ha. Ah, kutabireta. Alright, probably don't need to translate the ha 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 ha's. He's him laughing. Ah, which is ah. And then we have the verb kutabiru, kutabireru, which means to get tired in the past form. To get tired. This is, you might know the verb sukareru, to get tired. Ah, sukareta, I'm tired. This is similar, but this has a slightly higher meaning, like more, even more tired than sukareru. So he's very tired, very worn out from all this fighting. He's exhausted. ドラゴたちとずっと喧嘩ごっこしてたんだよ。Alright, and that makes sense. So, the drago tachi, again, this was just the word drago, and then tachi, which makes it plural, so the dragos, to, with, zutto, which means continuously, for a long time, kenka, to fight, gokko, to play, fight, or play, do something, to do something make-believe, so to play, fight. We have the verb suru, to do, in the te form and the past form, shiteta, so I have been doing. Da yo. This da just makes it more explanatory. And yo. This is a good example of this da. So he said he's tired, and the reason he's tired is this, right? This next sentence. Zutto kenka gokko shite da yo. I'm tired because I have been fighting with the dragon. I've been fighting with the dragos for this whole time, or for a long time. And then the yo to add some more emphasis. リュウカも一緒にやろうぜ. Again, we have Klaus speaking with that more masculine tone, or like harsher tone. So you have Ryuka, Lucas, mo, also, so with Lucas, or Lucas also. 一緒に, together, やろうぞ. We have the verb yaru, there it is, which is like suru, slightly rougher than suru, but not too much. It's a little slightly rougher. And we have it in the volitional form, yaro, so like let's do it. And then that ze and sentence ending particle to add some more emphasis. So with Lucas, let's do it together. Or Lucas also, let's do it together. I feel like Lucas would hit him with an EA here because Lucas is kind of timid. そんなこと言わずに体当たりしてみろよ. Klaus isn't having it. So, そんなこと. So, そんな, such that, or that kind of koto, thing. So, that kind of thing. To iu, to say. We have it in this wazuni form, which means to not, or while not doing X verb, which is saying. So while not saying that kind of thing, we have tai atari, which is a ramming attack. As you guys saw Klaus doing earlier, the ramming attack. Shite miro yo. So we have the verb suru, which I'm sure you know, to do, in this te miru form. So te miru means to try and do that verb. And then, so shite miru, to try and do. And miru in this miro, which is the imperative form. So he's telling you to do it, to try and do it. And yo, just to add some emphasis to the end of the sentence. Put it all together, he's saying, while not saying that kind of thing, just try and do the ramming attack. That's a pretty stiff translation, but you get the gist. Drago tachi matteru zo. Again, we have this drago tachi, so the dragos, matteru zo, and the verb matsu, to wait, in the te teru form. They are waiting, and again that sentence ending particle zo. Kuraosu. Oh, that's not my old man voice. I need a better old man voice. Ryuka wa mada tai atari o shiran no ja yo. How's that? I'm not an old man, believe it or not. Okay, so we have a ryuka wa. This wa marking the topic of the sentence, which is Lucas. Wa mada, which means not yet. Tai atari, again that ramming attack. O marking the object of the verb, which in this case is where is it? There it is. Shiru, to know. And it's in the negative form. Shiran, kind of a more casual conjugation of shiranai, shiran. And then this shiran no jayo, which isn't, this no jayo really isn't adding a whole lot to the sentence. It's just making it sound more grandpa-y. So he's just saying, Lucas doesn't know the ramming attack yet. Ryuka. B ボタンというようなことをイメージしてみろ. That doesn't sound very grandpa either. I gotta practice these. Anyways, first we have B ボタン, so it's B button. I'm sure you can figure that one out. という, the thing that's called a B button. ようなこと, ような, similar or like that thing, こと. So the thing that's like, how do you say this? The thing that's called, the thing like that is called a B button, the thing like a B button, o marking the object of the verb, which is imeiji, imeiji suru, to imagine. And again, we have this in the te miru form, shite miro. So he's telling me to try and imagine something called a B button, also known as a B button on my controller, kind of breaking the fourth wall here. そしてその B ボタンを長めに押して離すのじゃ. More tutorial time. そして and then その that B button, B ボタン that, okay, so then that B button, oh, marking the object of the verb, 長め, which means not a view, where is it, slightly long time, there it is, a moderately long time, 長めに, 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 which is like towards, 押して, which is the verb 押す, it's gonna come up, there it is, 押す, to push, so to push in the te form, 押して, which connects it to the next part of the sentence, 離す, which is to release, のじゃ, I'm a grandpa. So, and then that B button, press it for a little bit and release. これでお前はダッシュができるはずじゃ. We have これで with that お前は お前 is you は marking the topic of the sentence, ダッシュ or dash が marking the object of the sentence or subject of the sentence, できる are able to do, はず which is like you should be able to, you ought to be able to, じゃ grandpa. So with that you should be able to do a dash. そのままドラゴンに向かってダッシュをすれば. Alright, so we have そのまま, which is like without change, I guess, in that fashion. ドラゴンに towards the dragos に向かって facing, so facing towards the dragos. ダッシュをすれば if you do a dash. それが体当たりじゃ. That is a ramming attack. I guess that is それが ramming attack. じゃ. クラウス、一つ見本を見せてやってくれ. I am not a voice actor. All right, Klaus. And Klaus, hitotsu. This is kind of a tricky one. In this sentence specifically, hitotsu means like one time. Just by itself, it means one. But in this sentence, it's like one time. Mihon, which is like a sample. O, marking the object of the verb, which is miseru, which is to show. And it's in this te form, misete, yatte, kuru. Or kure. So misete, yatte, yatte is a verb, yaru, in the te form. Miseru, in the te form, misete. So to show and do, this tekure is to do for me. So why don't you show why don't you show me it? Why don't you show me a sample one time of the ramming attack? Alright. Show me how it's done, Klaus. Boom. Pretty powerful. So you guy ni. So, which is just saying like, yeah, like that. Or yeah, so. So you, that kind of guai, it's condition or state. Ni. Like, in that way. It's just saying, yeah, just like that. 今度はRyuka, お前がやってみろ. Alright, so we have 今度, which means this time. Wa, marking the topic of the sentence. Ryuka, Lucas. お前が, you, ga, marking the subject of the sentence. やってみろ. Give it a try, which is yaru in the te form, te miru, to try and do. So next time, or this time, why don't you give it a try, Lucas? Alright. If you say so. そんなに怖いかをしていたらうまくいかんぞ. Some more grandpa advice for us here. そんなに, which means like a lot or in that extent. 怖い顔. So you have 怖い, scary, 顔, face. But in this sentence, it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm afraid face, but more of a, I'm trying too hard, like kind of face, which will make sense as I explain. He's working really hard. So if you have that grim face, marking the object of the verb, which in this case is suru, to do. In the te form, shite itara. Shite itara is like if you do that verb. So if you do it with a very scary or grim face, not scary, grim face, umaku ikanzo. So we have the adjective umai, there it is, skillfully, umai, and with the ku makes it an adjective, or not an adjective, an adverb. So umaku iku. So to iku is to go, right? To do. So to do well, and then iku is conjugated negative, ikan. So you can't do it well. And again, this zo, just adding some emphasis. So he's saying if you crunch up your face and try too hard, you can't do it well. 何でもそうじゃ、力を抜くんじゃよ. So he's saying, essentially saying, don't work too hard at it, or you're not going to be able to do it well. And this next sentence we have 何でも, anything, そうじゃ is that way. It's not a shrine. It's just saying 何でもそうじゃ. So he's saying it's like that with anything, not just dashing. Anything, if you try too hard, you're not going to be able to do it well. 力を抜く, which is to relax. So we have the kanji chikara, which is power, and nuku, to like release or to pull out. So release your energy, and then you just have more grandpa sentence enders, njayo. So he's just saying, relax. さあ、肩の力を抜いて、リラックス. And now you have him even directly saying relax, right? So さあ, well then, 肩の力を抜いて. So 肩 is shoulders, no is that possessive, 力, power or strength, tension, power in your shoulders, を抜く, to release. So to relax your shoulders. And we have in the te form, 抜いて, to connect it to the next part, which is just リラックス. So relax. So let the tension out of your shoulders and just relax. Okay, moving on. Alright, let's give it a try. after I talk to these Dragos. 優しそうな目をしている. He's saying he has some kind eyes. He looks very kind. Or gentle, rather, not so much kind. 生まれて間もないドラゴの子供だ. A Drago that was just recently born. 見た目と違って人懐っこい. So 見た目と違って so different from how it appears. 人懐っこい. That means, I think that's another word for like gentle or kind. Let's double check. I was trying to rip through these quick, but let me double check. So yeah, 見た目 appearance と違う. So differing from the appearance. 人懐っこい. Means friendly, not as much kind. So specifically, animals taking kindly to people. Oh, would you look at that? I didn't know that word. But looking at the kanji, we have person and natsukoi, as in natsukashi. Interesting. I mentioned natsukashi here, but didn't give the meaning. It means nostalgic. Look at that. Learn something new every day. New word for me. Very nice. So different than it may appear, she's actually very friendly towards people. All right, let's give it a shot. Perfect dash, if I do say so myself. I guess do it again. Maybe not a perfect dash. Oh. All right. I have to do it again. Talk to Klaus. 強くぶつかるほどドラゴは喜ぶんだ. Kind of my grandpa voice kind of slipped into my Klaus voice. Oh no. Okay, so we have the adjective sioi with the ku to make an adverb. 強くぶつかるほど. ぶつかる is to smack into, and then ほど is the degree, the extent of. So he's saying to the extent of striking stronger, like if you strike stronger. Drago wa, marking the topic of the sentence, which is the Dragos. Yorokobu, which is to be excited, and then the nda, adding some emphasis, or not emphasis, explanatory tone to the sentence. So he's saying the stronger you hit the Dragos, the happier they'll be. Oh, now we have. Okay, I need some water. I'm not going to be able to do a great voice for this character. I can already tell he speaks with a very, I don't even know what you call this. Accent, I guess. I'll give it a shot. Okay. Doke 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 doke. Okera-sama no otori dai. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that great. Umaku ikanda. Can't do it great. Anyways, so we have this doke 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 doke, which is like make way, coming through, which is a very strong way to say it. And we have okera, which is a mole cricket, animal for mole cricket. Sama, it's used as a honorific to elevate the person you're talking to a very high state. Like okyaku-sama, which is like customers, you'll hear it a lot. But you never would say sama to yourself. That's very arrogant. So, but he's obviously talking about himself here. Okera-sama. So the god mole cricket, the very I'm so great mole cricket. No otori dai. Otori, which is just not what that is. It's just tori, which is road, with that o, making it a little bit more polite. And then this dai, which is just saying like it is, isn't it? It's saying make way. This is the road for me. Okera, mole cricket. This is my road. Get out of here. And here he comes. Small little guy. I definitely remember this dude. Okay. 喧嘩ごっこと切っちゃダメちゃいられねえぜ. Forgive my reading on this guy. I'm not going to be able to do it great. But I can translate it. Maybe. I'll try. So we have, again, this kenka gokko, which is play fighting. Play fighting. To kiku, to hear. Not to be effective, but to hear. Oops, and I lost it. To hear. So if I keep losing it. If I hear play fighting, kicha. Just want to hop in here and explain this mole cricket's accent a little better than I did before. So he's got this very rough, like delinquent anime-esque villainous over the top, exaggerated accent here going on. Kenkagokko to kicha. If you had it in standard Japanese, it would be kenkagokko to kitara. So you have the verb kiku, to hear, in the tara form, if. So kitara. So that nani nani kitara, tara can get conjugated down to cha in its more casual tone. So kicha. So kitara becomes kicha. So when I hear play fighting. Damachai. Damaru is the verb to be silent. Damachai rarene. This cha, again, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's just this accent or dialect. It doesn't really affect the sentence too much. Damachai irarenai, which is I can't do. The verb irareru, to be able to do. Irarene, I can't do. Ze, again, adding some emphasis. So if I hear play fighting, I can't stay quiet. In a very, very gruff tone. どいつもこいつも叩きのぬしてやる. Oop, I misspoke here. It's どいつもこいつも叩きのめしてやる. So, どいつこいつも is a set here. Everybody, anybody, every last one of you. Got another big set here. 叩きのめしてやる, which means to knock down, to like beat down. やる. してやる. I'm going to do it very gruffly. してやる. To very gruffly do it. So, どいつもこいつも every last one of you, I'm going to beat down to the ground. じゃあ、邪魔だってすると、ただじゃあお金ぞ. Again, forgive my reading on this guy. Not great. So, we have this jama, which is jama. It's right there. Jama by itself just means obstruction or hindrance. And then this datte, it's like as a set to stand. Datte is tatsu, to stand. Jama tatsu, jama datte, to stand as a hindrance on purpose. Suruto, the verb suru, to do. To, if you do that or when you do that, you'll pay for this. That's how you put it. It's a set phrase for it. You'll pay for this. So, more like, if you stand in my way, you're going to regret it. And we're starting to fight. Okere ni deatte shimatta. So we have towards the mole cricket, deatte, deao, to meet. And we have in the te, shimao form, regrettably. Again, or completely. So I've regrettably met the mole cricket. Alright, so we can tataku, attack. We have guzu, which is goods, I believe. Yeah, goods. And we have gado, just to guard. And nigeru, to run away. But we're going to beat this guy up. And so is close. Yuka no kogeki. Kogeki is to attack. Kogeki doesn't mean to attack, but it's just the noun for attack. So it's just saying Lucas's attack. Yuka no kogeki. And Lucas, or Klaus says, well, kogeki. Kamitsuki kogeki da. Kamitsuki is like a biting attack. Kogeki is attack. So again, kogeki means attack. And this time we have this kamitsuki, which is like a bite. So a biting attack. So the mole cricket's biting attack. The mole cricket's doing a biting attack. 3 damage. Ooh, very strong. That was attack. Yeah, an interesting mechanic with this game. If you can hit the A button with the beat of the song, you can change your attacks. It comes again with another biting attack. Right now, my stream setup has a delay, so I'm not going to be able to do it very well today. But next time, I'll set it up so there's less of a latency, so I'll be able to do it well. Not that it matters for this fight, because I already won. Oh, and I skipped past that. It just said that I defeated the mole cricket. You win. Oop, also misspoke here. It's not that I defeated the mole cricket, but it says, Okera wa kousan shita. Kousan is to surrender. Shita is the past form of suru, to do. So the mole cricket surrendered. I didn't defeat him, he surrendered. Ryuka tachi wa 2つの I guess you read that, yeah, 2つの経験値を得た. So the Ryuka tachi, the Lucas and friends, the Lucas people, は2つの経験 2 experience points 値得た. I got 2 experience points. Oh, and he's knocked out. Silly little guy. 案外骨のあるやつだったな. Okay. Let's pull this up. I can't translate this one. So we have angai, which means unexpectedly. It's kind of a weird set here. Hone no aru. So if you just look at the kanji, hone means bones, and aru is to exist. So he's just saying you have bones. Also, if you translate it, means having a spirit or backbone. You're stronger than I thought. Unexpectedly, you have a backbone. And then this yatsu is a guy, fellow, chap. Kind of a harsh way to say yatsu. Datta na. This da is the past tense of des in the casual. Datta na. Just adding, it's just a sentence ender to just kind of trail off into thought. So he's saying, unexpectedly, it turns out you guys had some backbone. Mata izure mune o kashite yatte mo ii ze. This dude, man. So we have mata, not matai, but mata again. Izure, anytime, sooner or later, one of these days. So again, one of these days. You have mune o. Mune means chest. Gonna come up. There it is. Chest. Mune o kashite yatte mo ii ze. So mune o kasu. So kasu is to like lend. There it is. Kasu, to lend. Just wanted to pop in quick and explain this a little better. So this mune o kasu is to lend your chest, which means to like spar with someone. Typically with someone would say it from the higher standpoint to someone who's weaker than them. So like, I'll let you spar with me again. It actually comes from sumo. So, you know, I'll let you use my chest again to spar, that kind of thing. So this mune o kashite yatte mo ii. Mune o kashite. So we have mune o kasu in the te form to connect it to the yaru, to do. And then the yaru is also in the te form with the yatte mo ii. So te mo ii is like, it's fine, or I'll let you do it. So he's saying, when we meet again someday, I'll let you spar with me, or I'll give you another chance to spar with me. Very arrogant, as a mole cricket should be.
今度会うときはビッグスタジアムオケルホールだ。
So we have this again, kondo, but not, you might think this means this time, but it can also mean next time, which is kind of confusing. By saying next time, ao toki, when we meet, ao, to meet, toki, time, when we meet, wa, marking the topic of the sentence. We have big stadium, big stadium, okera hall, da. So saying the next time we'll meet will be in the big stadium, Mole Cricket Hall. Is that a real thing? I don't know. 楽しみにしているぜ、兄貴。楽しみにする is a set phrase of 楽しみ, which is like fun or exciting, にする to do, or to look forward to something. And this する is in the te form, してる. So he is doing this thing. He is looking forward to it. And then dot 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 dot, 兄貴, which just means like bro or brother. Probably in this situation, just bro works better than brother. Yeah, no, this game is fully hiragana, which is, on the surface, might sound great, but it actually sucks as a language learner, in my opinion. It's kind of more targeted towards either children or like invoking that nostalgic feeling of playing games for kids if you're an adult. So yeah, it's all hiragana and katakana, which makes parsing the sentences pretty tough. But it does have the breaks in the sentences, which helps. But yeah, the lack of kanji is not ideal, for sure. Especially for my pop-up dictionary. I gotta do some manual finding. Okay, let's see what happened next here. オケで踏んじゃったけど大丈夫だったかしら. Oh boy. Our poor mole cricket might have met an untimely end. Okay, so you have okera, which is mole cricket. We have the verb fumu, to step on. Then we have funjatta, which is the conjugated form of funde shimatta, which, if you remember, the te shimao is to do something regrettably or completely. This is a more casual term, the casual form, jatta, funjatta. So I regrettably stepped on the mole cricket. Kedo, but, or however, daijoubu, it's okay. Datta, it was okay. Kashira, maybe. I think. I wonder if it's okay. Yeah, I just stepped on that mole cricket. I wonder if he's okay. That kind of feeling. みんなご飯ですよ. It's an easy one, but I'll pull it up. We have minna, everyone. Gohan, food. Desu yo. Yeah, gohan can mean food or just rice, but in this case, it's definitely going to be food or meal. Desu yo. So yeah, everyone, food's ready. Ryuka mo Kurausu mo daisuki na fuwa omeletsu yo. So we have Lucas, Ryuka mo also Lucas, Kurausu mo also Klaus. We have daisuki here, which is to love, na to alter the next word, which is fuwa omeletsu yo, which is again fluffy omelets. So the fluffy omelets that Lucas and Klaus love. It's the food that she made. You see, Klaus is getting excited. Gohan da, fuwa omeletsu da. It's an easy one here, but you have gohan da, food, fluffy omelets. I didn't need to translate that one. Sa, otou-san mo. Well then, father mo. Father, also father. You too, dad, essentially. Everyone's getting ready for presumably dinner. I guess breakfast, because Lucas woke up late. Anyways, sate. Well then. Oh. Yeah, this game likes to break the fourth wall, which is what it's doing right here. Minasan, seibu no yarikata desu. So again, minasan is everyone. Seibu is save. No possessive particle. Yarikata desu. So you can see what it means here, but if we go down to just yaru, probably not going to come up. Yaru, there it is, to do. So we just have to do, and then if you have it in the mas form, yarimasu. Instead of mas, you can have kata, which is like the way of. So yarikata is the way of doing it, way of doing the verb. Yarikata, way of doing it. So, but you can use a nani kata for other verbs as well. Like, for example, yomu, to read. You have it yomimasu. And if you put kata, yomikata, like the reading, the way to read it. But in this sentence, we have the way to save, or how to save, the method of saving. Kaeru ni hanashikakeru. これが save です。We already know this because we've saved with the frog, but we'll listen to his explanation again. We have kaeru, means frog. Kaeru ni, towards the frogs. Hanashikakeru is to talk to or to address them. これが that is, or this is, save, saving. So talking towards frogs, that is saving. 対して、手間ではないので、こまめにカエルに話してかけて. Apologies for my poor reading. I don't practice reading out loud a lot, so hoping to get better as we go along. Anyways, going into this, we have 大した. I think I said 大して. Anyways, 大した, which means considerable or great. Tema, which is like labor, time, effort. ではない, which is like it's not. So it's not a big effort because of that. No de, because it's not a big effort. Komame, which means diligently, earnestly. So diligently, that ni, diligently ni towards the frogs. Kaeru ni, towards the frogs. Hanashikakete. This is the verb hanashikakeru in the te form, hanashikakete, to connect it to the next part of the sentence. Saying because it's not much effort, please diligently talk to the frogs. Seibu suru to yoi to omoimasu. Easy one. Seibu, again it's a save. Suru to, if you do, if you save. Yoi, which is the adjective I. You might know as I. I think it's very I, good. Yoi to omoimasu. To omoimasu is to think. So I think it's a good thing. So if you diligently talk to the frogs and save, I think that's very good. Seibu wa issai muryou desu. That's true. He's talking about saving being free. So we have save, again to save. Wa, marking the topic of the sentence. Issai, which means like entirely, completely. Muryou desu, free. So yeah, saving is completely free. Good to know. それでは私も物語に帰ります. So we have 私は or said それでは well then 私もそれでは well then 私も me also 物語 again this means story に帰ります towards the story I'm going to return. Well then I'm getting back to the story. Fourth wall breaking is over for now. Oi, matte kure. Oi, wait for me. Washi no fuwa omeletsu wa nokoshite aru jaro na. If you go through this one real quick. Washi. Washi is a pronoun, not paper. When we talk about paper here, it's gonna come up. There it is. Washi. Me. I. It's a personal pronoun used primarily by like grandpas or older, knowledgeable beings in video games. Typically, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yep, that is correct. Definitely knowledgeable old people, very grandpa-y, or like the village elder. Or another example might be like the Deku tree in Ocarina of Time. Very, I'm an old knowledgeable man. Washi wa blah 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 blah. So washi no. So for me, no, possessive. So my fuwa omeletsu, my fluffy omelets. Wa, marking the topic of the sentence. Nokoshite, we always saw this earlier. Nokosu, to leave behind, or leftovers. And we have it in the te form. Nokoshite, aru jaro na. So he's saying the leftovers, te connected to the next part. Aru jaro, there are. Jaro, this is a grandpa way to say like desho, daro. Right? There is, I think, I guess. Nah. That's just adding some emphasis to the end of the sentence. So he's saying, you guys are leaving some fluffy omelets for me, right? Right? As he's chasing after all. Okasan no suki na tabemono wa nan nano? So we have okasan, which means mother. No, again that possessive verb or possessive particle. Suki na, adjective suki, to like. Na, to connect to the next word. Tabemono is food. Wa, topic of the sentence. Nan nano, what is? Not what the hell. I mean, it can mean that, but in this it's just asking, what is it? In this more explanatory tone with this nano, or by the way. So okasan, mother's food that you like. What is it? So what's the food that you like, Mom? Fuwa omeletsu? Fluffy omelets? じゃあ僕たちと同じ? 気が合うね. So we have じゃあ well then. So 僕たち, 僕 is I, たち plural, we. と with 同じ the same. Oh, it's the same as us. 気が合うね. 気が合う is like get along or like to meet. So you can see again that ki, energy, が合う to meet. So like to meet energy, to mesh well. Ne, it's like right, isn't it? So oh man, we get along well, right? It's the same. ご飯を食べ終わったら帰り支度をしますからね. Okay, so ご飯, food or meal. O, marking the object of the verb. 食べ終わったら. So we have the first verb 食べる in the mas form 食べます. Take off the mas and you can add 終わる to finish. 食べ終わった. Or 食べ終わる to finish eating. We have that 終わる to finish in the 終わったら, which means like if or when. So when we finish eating food, 帰り支度, which means preparations for returning home. O, marking the object of the verb します to do. からね. It's not time, like because, or like, yeah, because we need to get home. だね. Realize I didn't explain this great. So this しますからね is just giving a reason for why we need to prepare to go home early. Granted, she's not explicitly saying the reason, as you can often omit unneeded information when speaking Japanese. So it's a very vague way of just giving reason of why we need to do this. There's no real clean way to translate this word for word. So she's just really saying, once we finish eating, we need to get ready to go home. 帰り道は森の中を通るから. Okay, so we have 帰り道. We have the verb 帰る, 道, which is road, so the way back home. 帰り道. Wa, marking the topic of the sentence. Mori no naka. Mori is forest. Dobotsu no mori. Mori is forest. No, possessive particle. So the forest's naka, within, so inside the forest. O, marking the object of the verb, which is toru, to go through. Kara, because, which will continue on the next part of the sentence. So because the way back home is through the forest, 早めに出発しないとね。Forgot the name. しないとね。Okay, so 早めに, which just means quickly, a little early. Well, I guess specifically earlier than usual, ahead of schedule. We have 出発, which means to depart or to leave, go home. Not necessarily go home, just to leave. In this case, it's to go home. And しないとね. This was kind of tricky, but you'll see this a lot. So we just have the verb suru. It's very Japanese. We have the verb suru, to do, in the negative form, しない, and then to, so if. So if you don't do, also known as we have to. There's lots of ways to say we have to. This is one of them. しないと. Very casual. So if you don't do, something bad will happen, essentially. Also known as you have to. Ne, just adding a little sentence ender here. Ne, right? Isn't it? So because the road on the way home is through the forest, we have to leave a little earlier than expected, or than we thought. We have to leave a little early. もう, oh, this is the grandpa talking again. もう子供たちだけでも遊びに来られるじゃろう。Grandpa time. Okay, so we have もう, which means already. 子供たち. So 子供 is child. たち, plural. Kids. だけでも. だけ is only or just. でも is but. They're only kids, but 遊びに来られるじゃろう. So we can see the full conjugation here, but if we scroll down to just one at a time, you have the verb asobu, to play, and then conjugated with asobu into asobimasu. Take off the mas. Asobi ni kuru. Asobi ni kuru. We've seen this a few times. Nani nani ni kuru. Nani nani ni iku. To do the verb and come. Kuru. Nani. Asobi ni kuru. To come play. But then we have the kuru in this korareru form, which is the potential form to do something. So they're able to come play. Jaro, which again is that grammar form for daro or dasho, right? Isn't it? It seems. So they're already, or they're still children, or they're children, but they already can come and play, right? So he's saying like the kids can come by themselves and come play, essentially, even though they're still children. Ryuka mo daijoubu jana. Ha 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 ha. It's not a good grandpa laugh. Anyways, Ryuka mo, Lucas mo also daijoubu. Okay, safe. It's okay. Jana. Jana is it's like a hypothetical negative way to end the sentence, like isn't it? Daijoubu janai? Daijoubu jana? Jana? So he's saying, and Lucas, you're safe, right? Or you're okay, right? Lucas also, ha 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 ha. Because Lucas is the weaker, or the more feeble, timid might be the best word of the twins. So he's saying, even Lucas, you're okay, right? I'm a grandpa. Oh, maybe I wasn't a fan of that. Maybe she pieced out. Okay, what's next here? Oh, we have a letter. Okay, I can't pause this. I don't think so. I can't pause this, so I'll definitely do a full translation on the YouTube video. Okay, let's break down this letter from Hinawa Furinto e. So we just have Flint's name, Furinto, and this e is just towards or to, very commonly used in letters, so it's just saying to Flint or dear Flint. あなたが言った通り、子供たちはこちらへ来てからずっと疲れ知らずで野山を走り回っています。So we have anata, which means you, ga, marking the subject of the sentence. We have itta, the verb iu, to say in the past tense, itta. Tori, which means road or street, or in this case you say the same way as or as follows. So as you had said, kodomo tachi, we have the word kodomo, which means kids, tachi, pluralize it. So the kids, wa, marking the sentence topic. Kochira e, kochira is this direction or towards here. E, marking to, towards. Kite kara, we have the verb kuru in the te form, kite, to come. And we have this te connecting it to kara, which means from or since. So since coming here, zutto, which means continuously or like completely the whole time. We have the noun tsukare, which means to be tired or fatigued. And then we have this little suffix shirazu, which means unaffected by or not having. So this entire time without getting tired, we have this date particle to connect it to the next part of the sentence, which is noyama, which means hills and fields. O, marking the object of the verb, which is to run around. Hashiri mawaru. Hashiri is the verb hashiru, to run. Mawaru is around. And then we have it in the te form, or the continuous form. So hashiri mawatte masu. So they are running around. So put that together. We have, just like you said, the kids, since coming here, completely, or the whole time, without being tired, or unaffected by being tired, they've been running around the hills and the fields. Next. 相変わらずクラウスは元気すぎて危なっかしいし、リュカはまだちょっと甘えん坊でしたよ。So we have this word 相変わらず is as usual or as expected, as always. Klaus, wa, marking the topic of the sentence. Genki sugite. So the genki is a noun, lively, full of energy. And sugiru, too much, to have exceeded, to surpass in the te form, sugite. So too energetic. As always, Klaus is too energetic. And we have this adjective, abunakashi, which means dangerous. Or, yeah, probably in this case, dangerous. And we have she at the end here, saying things like or and. So as always, Klaus is too energetic and being dangerous. And we have, on the other hand, Ryuka wa. Ryuka, then Lucas, wa, marking the topic of the sentence. Mada, meaning not yet or still. We have chotto, which means a little. Amaembo deshita yo. Amaembo means like a clingy child, a little too dependent. Deshita, which is the past form of death. So just making the whole sentence past tense. Put it all together. As expected, Klaus is too energetic and being dangerous, getting into trouble. And then Lucas is still a bit overly dependent, or still a bit of a clingy child. Deshita yo. Past tense, the whole word, sentence. 次。でも、二人ともまだまだ遊び足りないようです。We have demo, which means but. 二人とも、二人 means two people. Tomo means together, the two of them together. Mada mada, still a long way to go, so much more. We have the noun asobi, which means playing or to play. Then we have tarinai, which means insufficient or not enough. And yo desu, it seems that. So you put that together, we have but the two children have still a long ways to go. You can put this together in the most direct translating way. But the two kids together playing, being insufficient, is still a long way away. Essentially saying they're still having a lot of fun playing, if you want a more natural translation. Okay, next. 父も久しぶりに会えた孫たちと別れるのは寂しいみたいだけど、今日の夕方までには帰ることにしました。Okay, so we have chichi, which means dad. Mo, also. We have hisashiburi ni, which means for the first time in a long time. We have connected the verb out, to meet, in the past potential form. So it's been a long time since I was able to meet my father. Then we have mago, which means grandchildren. Tachi, making it plural. So the grandchildren to, with. Wakareru, to be separated. No wa, this no makes the verb into a noun. And then wa, marking the topic of the sentence. To become separated. Samishi mitai dakedo. Samishi means lonely. Mitai, it seems. Dakedo, but. So it seems like being separated with the grandchildren will make him lonely, but kyo no. Kyo, this means today. Not gonna come up. Okay. Kyo means today. No, the possessive particle. So today's yugata, which is early evening. Made ni wa, until that point. No later than that point. Ni wa, again, topic of the sentence. Kaeru koto ni shimashita. So kaeru is to return home. Koto ni suru which means to decide to do that thing in the past tense. We decided to do that thing. So put it all together. Also my father, I was able to meet for the first time in a while. Being separated from the grandchildren's seems to make him lonely, but today we've decided to go home before early evening. Okay, next. 久しぶりの山の空気はとても綺麗で気持ちいいの. Again, we have this 久しぶり, first time in a long time. No, this possessive particle. 山の空気. Yama is mountain. No, possessive particle. Kuki, air or atmosphere. Wa, marking the topic of the sentence. So the mountain air for the first time in a while. Totemo kirei de. Totemo is very. Kirei is beautiful, lovely, clean. All those words. De, to connect to the next part of the sentence. Kimochi no. So kimochi is the word kimochi, which is feeling, and I, good. Put it together, you have feeling good. And then this no, which you can see is a female sentence ender. My head's in the way. A female sentence ender to add some emotional emphasis. To put it together, we have the mountain air for the first time in a long time is very beautiful and it makes me feel good. Next, いつも竜舞入りの村で羊の匂いにまみれているあなたにこの空気を吸わせてかったな. Okay, いつも means always. Tatsumairi is the name of the village. So Tatsumairi no, the possessive particle. Mura means village. So Tatsumairi village. De, the particle to mark at that location. Hitsuji is sheep. No, possessive particle. Nioi is smell. So the smell of the sheep. Ni, the particle towards. Mamireteiru is the verb mamireru, which is to be covered in or to be smeared. In this continuous form. So the smell of the sheep is being smeared, or to be covered in the smell of the sheep. Anata ni, anata is you. Ni is a particle towards. Kono kuki. Kono is this. Kuki, again, is air or atmosphere. In this case, is probably actually air, the fresh air. O, the particle to mark the object of the verb. We have the verb su, to inhale, to breathe in. And we have it in the causative tai past tense form. So let's break that down. So first we have just su. Let's put it in the causative form, which is suwaseru, which is to allow someone to do something or to cause someone to do something. And then we have the tai form, which is I want to do that thing. So suwasetai, I want to let you breathe in. And then past, takatta, just put in the past. So I wanted to let you breathe in this air. And this not is just this little sentence ender to add some emphasis. Put it all together, we have always at the village of Tatsumayari. The smell of the sheep is being covered, or the village is covered with the smell of sheep. I wanted you to be able to breathe in this air. Next. 今度来るときは羊たちの世話をご近所さんにお願いして家族みんなで来ましょうね. Okay, so we have kondo, which means this time or next time, which is just one of those fun Japanese things. In this case, it'll mean next time. Kuru toki, so it's not going to pop up. We have the verb kuru, to come. Toki is time. Wa, marking the sentence topic. So the next time we come, hitsuji tachi, again, this is sheep. Tachi is to make it plural, so the sheep. No, possessive particle. Sewa, to look after, to take care of. O, marking the object of the verb. So taking care of the sheep. We have gokinjou-san, which is the neighbors. Ni, towards. Onegai shite, to request. Onegai, which is a noun to request, with suru at the end, to do that noun. So onegai suru, to request, in the te form, to connect it to the next part of the sentence. Onegai shite. Kazoku minna de, kazoku, family. Minna, everyone. De, in this case, means like with or together. Kimashou ne. We have the verb kuru, to come, in this polite volitional form, which means like let's do the thing. Kimashou ne, just to add some more emphasis to the end of the sentence. So put it all together. Next time, when we come, let's ask the neighbors to watch over the sheep as a family everyone can come together. クラウスもリュウカも私もあなたのこといつも思い出していたんですよ。Okay, so we have Klaus, which is Klaus, mo also, Ryuka, Lucas, mo also, watashi, me, mo also. So with Klaus, with Lucas, and me, anata no koto, anata is you, no, the possessive particle, koto, the thing. So things about you, itsumo, always. We have the verb omoidasu, to remember, to recall. We have it in the continuous past tense form. So omoidashiteiru is a continuous form, to be recalling. Then omoidashiteita is the past continuous, so we have been remembering, have been recalling things about you. And then this des, which is to add some reason or a more explanatory tone. So the previous sentence, she said, let's all come together because Lucas, Klaus, and myself are always thinking about you. Okay, next. 夕方家に帰ったら早速腕によりをかけて美味しいふわふわオムレツを作るわね。This again, 夕方, which means early evening. We have uchi, which means one's home. Ni, towards. 帰ったら, the verb 帰る, to come home, in this tara form, which means like if. So 帰ったら, so if or when we come home. 早速, immediately. We have this little set phrase here. 腕によりをかける, which means to do something to one's best abilities or to put all of one's skills into doing something, to like do their best into doing something. In the te form to connect it to the next part of the sentence. 腕によりをかけておいしい. Oishi means delicious. Fua fua, again fluffy. And omoretsu, omelets. O, marking the object of the verb, which is sukuru, to make. And this wane, which is like a sentence ender to add some more feeling or emphasis. So let's put it together. We have in the evening, when we return home, immediately, to the best of my ability, I will make delicious, fluffy omelets. Oh yeah. And then just to end this off, we have anata to kodomotachi no hinawa yori. So again, anata means you. We have to and kodomotachi, again, the kids. No, the possessive particle. Hinawa yori. Hinawa, again, is the mom's name. We have yori, which just means from, to be used at the end of a letter. Yeah, this one's a little clunky to translate directly. Saying like from yours and the kids, hinawa. Something like that. Oh, so yeah, she wrote a letter, sending it off on the bird. Foreshadowing, perhaps? No spoilers. Okay, Mother 3. We made it through the prologue. Let's go. Very exciting. So yeah, thanks so much for watching to the end. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check the notification bell so you can watch me play this live next time, as I'm planning to play this whole game live on stream. If you have any ideas, comments, concerns about the stream or how to make this series better, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you next one. This has been Region Unlocked. See ya.